What is going on, everyone? Welcome to a very, very special week here on Littleroot Laddering. So this week, I didn't really have anything planned. And then I remembered I had this team that Swede sent me a while back because I specifically asked for it. So it was for one of our early Series 10 tournaments. Swede had everyone vote for what restricted he was going to play, and base Kyruem ended up winning. So he built this base Kyruem team that is I don't want to say it's bad, but I'm pretty sure Swede won a total of 0 games in that tournament. So this team is it is absurdly unique, and I cannot wait to actually get to show it off. My goal this week is to win 1 game of video. If I can do that, I have exceeded expectations. So we're going in with very, very low expectations this week. So let's just start here with base Kyruem itself. Assault Vest, so we can actually take some hits. We have Freeze Dry. We have Glaciate, which I literally did not know this is a move until I started playing this team. It is just more powerful Icy Wind. And then Shadow Ball, Dragon Pulse, just for like generic coverage as well. It's okay. Kyruem can actually take some hits, and it's actually okay. Then we have Crobat here. Focus Sash, Inner Focus, Crobat. Nothing really surprising there. With Haze, Taunt, and Tailwind. And then, of course, we need a damaging move, so we're going to go with Cross Poison. I actually really like this a lot. The fact that Tailwind means that base Kyruem is going to then, of course, be faster is great. Fast Haze is good, so that like you can remove Intimidates from your team. You can also remove like Geomancy and Intrepid Sword boosts from your opponents, so it's like a free Intimidate per se. The downside is that Zacian outspeeds Crobat, so you're going to take a hit before you get to do that, but it is something to consider. And then of course Fast Taunt is just really good in this format, so I'm pretty okay with everything we have going on with the Crobat. We have Miracle Seed, Rillaboom, which is very, very similar to what we played last week with the Kyogre team, except I believe that one had a high horsepower. This one has Wood Hammer instead, just so we can just double up and deal exceedingly positive amounts of damage here with Rillaboom. Overall, pretty satisfied with it as well. Then we have Bright Powder Zapdos. And let me tell you, in my test games with this team, Bright Powder is absurdly funny. I've had people go for fake out into this that have missed and immediately rage quit because of it. So it is fantastic. I cannot stress to you how much I enjoy this Zapdos set strictly because of Bright Powder. So we have Thunderous Kick, Blaze Kick, U-Turn, Detect. Nothing really surprising there. You could probably justify something like Coaching next to Metagross and Rillaboom here. But overall, you just don't really need it. You're meant to deal a ton of damage as quickly as possible and hopefully not be hit. That is your goal with Zapdos, is to not be hit. Then, of course, we have Download P2 here. Nothing really surprising. I will note that Swede's P2 is the reason I've been running Shadow Ball on mine, because the number of times I have sat this in front of Cali Shadow and just one-shot them with Shadow Ball is absurd. I love P2 in this format. I think it is super, super, super underrated, especially when it comes to like Trick Room Mons. Granted, you have like Stack Attacka. I believe Dusclops is higher in popularity right now than P2, according to Pikalytics. I could be wrong. I'm not entirely sure, but based on what I've seen, I feel like I've seen more Dusclops in the last week than I have P2s. And then, to round out the team, we have Safety Goggles Metagross here. Meteor Mash, Bullet Punch, Stomping Tantrum, and Protect. Just going to try to deal as much damage as we can with it. Honestly, if this team was up to date, this was built extremely early into the lifespan of Series 10. If this was up to date, this would probably be Stack Attacka, and then you would have like Stack Attack a P2 as like this potential Trick Room mode as well. And honestly, that sounds pretty sick. But unfortunately, that's not what we have. And instead, we have Metagross, and I'm still pretty okay with that. Metagross can still deal a ton of damage. Safety Goggles means that we don't have to worry about like Amoonguss or Volcarona next to like Xerneas's. But yeah, this team it's so fun. This is one of the first teams that I have had to go out and look for and just sat down and played games with it. Most of the games I actually play on cartridge are actually all recorded here for Laddering. This is the first one in a while that I'm just like, I want to play with this team to see how cool it is, and it is a treat, and I am very excited to get to show it off this week. So join me while we take this this trip to. I don't know where we're going, guys, but we're taking our opponents on a trip. And now that we're in Master Ball, I am completely okay tanking my record for the rest of the season playing fun teams. And I am so excited for this. So let's jump in here for game number 1 and see what we can do. Like I said, if we can come out with a win, I am pretty okay with that. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, I haven't personally played against Parrish, but I do recognize the username. Just under top 100 here with Zacian, Gothitelle, Volcarona, Tornadus, Urshifu, and Rillaboom. I believe this is Water Urshifu on this team. I've seen this team before. I don't remember a lot about it. I believe they have Taunt on Tornadus to prevent, like, Trick Room mode. What do I like? I kind of like Crobat. Plus... like, Crobat Zapdos up front, maybe? With, like, Rillaboom, Kyurem in the back. I don't think I really care for Metagross here. I don't think P2 does a lot. I can see P2 come in just to deal with Gothitelle. This lead is pretty weak to Goth, but then we can potentially get a Tailwind up and just power through it. We can U-turn off Zapdos, go into like Rillaboom and threaten them that way. I'm pretty okay with this. I am pretty excited for this. So let's see what we can do here. What do you got for me, opponent? It's Goth Zacian. Well, that lead is absolutely terrifying. I'm not going to lie to you all. I think this is just Protect plus Tailwind this turn. And then next turn we can like Haze plus Thunderous Kick or something like that. We could also taunt the Goth next turn. We'll go for Tailwind. We will go for Detect here. If they have Substitute on Zacian, this could be pretty terrible for us. Is this just double into my Crobat to take it out? Yeah, really well played. Break the sash and just one shot it. Nice. Nice. When I saw the fake out come out, I was really hoping it was going to be into Zapdos, but not quite the case. So now we can fake out the Zacian plus... I mean, we could also just fake out plus... I think Zacian protects here. I'm going to fake out the Goth. I'm going to double into it this turn, I think. I could also Thunderous Kick into the Zacian. I honestly don't hate Thunderous Kick into Goth, and then I can Grassy Glide it next turn to pick up the KO on it. I think that's better than you turning out here. And I think Zacian protects, so I don't think attacking into it this turn does anything. No protect at all, actually. Interesting. They're just in the lead, so they might as well just attack. I can understand that mentality. As Zapdos just single-handedly gets one shot here. So this one has not gone well. You know, play against high-ranked opponents with a meme, and you're going to get memed on, so not really surprised to see that. At least we get to show off Shiny Kyruem, so that's cool. But, yeah, I think that's going to be it for game number 1, guys. What's great about this is because this team is basically all in on getting to do its thing. If we lose, we just get to play more games. So I'm pretty okay with this regardless of how well these turn out. Like, that's the best part of this team, is I do not care at all about my win record with this team at all this week. I am strictly here just to have fun. And that is such a relief. So let's get here. I believe this is the Japanese Eternatus team. This is like offensive Eternatus. So they have Lando, Entei, Suicune. So they have like triple dogs, Eliki, and Amoonguss. I don't really care for Metagross because they have Flamethrower on Eternatus. Like, they have multiple things that hit it super effectively as well. I don't really care for trying to set up Trick Room here because they have Amoonguss. So I guess we're going to try to do the Trick Room thing. I mean, the Tailwind thing. Let's do it. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we can do. How do we beat an Eternatus, guys? Like, we have Glaciate, so we can slow them down. It's going to be Eliki Entei. Okay, I'm actually pretty okay with this lead. We can fake out the Eliki and Tailwind this turn. Then we have Speed Control. This is pretty bad if they go for, like, Sacred Fire into my Rillaboom, which I actually anticipate. I'm actually just going to protect Rillaboom. I think they protect Eliki here. Yep. And they have no reason to protect with Entei because, of course, it's immune to Fake Out. So it's just a free attack into my Rillaboom here. We get Tailwind up. And it's just a Sacred Fire into my Rillaboom. Okay. So that went pretty okay. 200, so now we definitely outspeed Eliki. That's 276 for Kyruem. So not quite outspeeding Eliki's. So I think this turn I'm just going to Cross Poison the Entei and go for a Grassy Glide into the Eliki. Sash there, not really surprised. I could have doubled into the Eliki to remove it this turn, but I think getting all this damage is pretty okay for us. They're going to Volt Switch off my Crobat, put me down to Sash. So removing the Eliki there could have been fine, because then I also preserved my Sash. And then we go up in Mons, and now it should be a Sacred Fire into my Rillaboom this turn. Which that's fine, because now I can bring out Kyurem. And we can attack into the Eternatus next turn. This should be a Sacred Fire, right? Yep. Into Rillaboom. Gonna take it out. That's completely fine. So now we get to go into Kyruem here. And we can Glaciate. Plus... Do I want to Glaciate? Does that actually do anything for me? I'm already faster than them. I think I'm just going to Cross Poison the Entei. And I'll go for a Dragon Pulse into Eternatus. Okay, they do just Protect. Could have doubled the Entei. I bet it's Assault Vest on Entei. Extreme Speed is going to pick up my Crobat. That's also fine. So yeah, this is just a free attack in Entei this turn. Extreme Speed usually means they also are Assault Vest if I was a betting man. So now we have Zapdos. Zapdos Kyurem versus the world. We can Thunderous Kick into the Entei. Dragon Pulse the Eternatus. This is going to do a chunk. This is also our last turn of Tailwind. Is that right? Should be. So this is going to do a chunk. I think this game's going to come down to some Bright Powder luck. We get the defense drop, which is good. Dragon Pulse is going to do a chunk here. Actually, a double up into Eternatus would have taken it out there, and I did not realize that. I doubt we live this from Life Orb Eternatus. Even being Assault Vest. Yeah, okay. So, this game's going to come down to a lot of Bright Powder luck, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to get it. Yeah. As they just connect on the very first try, and they get the burn. Alright, well, we're done. We're done, guys. I think, so, things we could have done differently in this game. Could have read the Protect from the Eternatus last turn to Dragon Breath into the Entei. That would have done at least a solid chunk into it. And then this last turn, we can double into the Eternatus and, like, do a non-zero amount to it as well. Like, pick up the KO on it. So then I'm up Kyurem. I have good damage on the Entei, and then yeah, I actually do want to look at this team. Yep. Mental Herb, Among Us, Pollen Puff. They did have Flamethrower, not really surprised by that. Sash on Eliki, as we saw. Expert Belt on, yep. And it's actually Safety Goggles. So, oh, they do have Protect. Protect and Roar. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Let's see how many more we can fire off today. Let's see what we can do. All right. Game, you're giving me all these high rank opponents, and I don't really care for that. Okay. Shadow Rider, Mian Shao, Indeedee, Stakataka, Entei, Eliki. Interesting. I like P2 a lot. I like Metagross. I like Rillaboom. I like Kyurem, I think. Actually, I think instead of Metagross, I like Zapdos. Because this will allow me to threaten out Stakataka. I actually think I want to lead Zapdos P2. I think this is fine. If they lead like Indeedee Shadow Rider, then I can switch into Rillaboom on the Zapdos slots. If this is Mienshao plus Shadow Rider, things get a little more interesting. It's going to be Entei Eliki. This lead looks very familiar. So I think my play... Special attack! Ooh! I'm going to click Trick Room. And I'm going to click Detect. Yep. Because I think they Volt Switch off my Zapdos this turn. Trying to get their free switch into Stack Attacker. So I wonder if this lead means they have Stack plus... Yep, it is Volt Switch into Zapdos. Sacred Fire. And P2 dodges. Heck yeah, coming out of turn 1 damageless is so good for us. So now, I think Eliki either hard switches or protects. So I'm okay going for Shadow Ball into Entei. And Thunder's kicking the Eliki. If they do protect, I'm pretty okay with that. They do. Okay. So is this going to be Sacred Fire into my Zapdos then? It's a +1 Shadow Ball. We get a special defense drop, so that's good. Obviously, Thunder's kick into the Eliki. We're so lucky, guys. So yeah, I'll attack the... I actually think this turn I want to double the Eliki slot. Because I think they either switch out or they lose their Eliki. Okay, they're going to switch out Entei into Indeedee. I'm assuming anticipating another Shadow Ball into that slot. So no Stack Attacker. Very interesting. And they're also Psychic Seed. So now I have to click Ice Beam. But that's kind of whatever. Oh, they're just going to double switch. Oh, we're going to eat up their Calyrex. Like, sure, we're not going to do anything. Oh, wait, no! No, because Trick Room's up, we get a Shadow Ball Calyrex, and then, pending that this isn't Sash, we get to Thunder's Kick the Indeedee. This turn went so well for us. This turn was amazing. Turn could not have been any better for us. So now Entei comes back out. 2 turns of Trick Room. I think I'm fine clicking Ice Beam. And kind of want to U-turn off the Indeedee. If I U-turn into the Indeedee, I get to go into Rillaboom and change the terrain. Okay, no Follow Me. This should be a KO into the Indeedee. Oh, they have Expanding Force. They're slower. That's dumb. I'm dumb. But Zapdos holds on because we're so good! So now we get to pick up the Indeedee. This should be a Sacred Fire into that slot. So I think I'm actually fine going into Rillaboom and losing it to a Sacred Fire. Man, Bright Powder is so clutch for us, getting us that dodge on the Sacred Fire. Obviously, it also could have just been like it missed, but I like to think it was the Sacred Fire. It was the Rillaboom's also insane. So now, I can go for a Wood Hammer into the Entei. Like, they're going to bring out Eliki, they're going to protect it. So I think Wood Hammer plus Shadow Ball is our best, like, option here. This is the last turn of Trick Room? Correct. So yeah, we will Shadow Ball. And I think I'm fine giving up my Rillaboom here. If they protect, not surprised. Shadow Ball goes off. We get another special defense drop. What is this game? Entei takes a chunk. The problem here is P2 is going to take a Sacred Fire, and that doesn't feel great. No burn? Dang. Never lucky. But now we can bring out... Kyruem? Do I want to bring out Kyruem? I could bring out Zapdos, Detect plus Trick Room again. But I think that's incorrect. I think I just need to attack. Like Shadow Ball plus Dragon Pulse probably is the game. Actually, I think Eliki could take us out. I don't hate Trick Room plus Glaciate. Or Trick Room plus Dragon Pulse the Eliki. I think I need to take the Entei out this turn. If they're going to Thunderbolt into P2. If this is a double up into P2, I feel pretty okay. Yeah, because now I get to take the Entei out. I think going for Glaciate this turn would have been better. Actually, because I'm Assault Vest, I bet I can live 2 hits from the Eliki. So I bet we win this game. Like Zapdos can detect here. Actually, I bet they anticipate me detecting. They should just Electro Web if I was a betting man. I think we detect. And we Dragon Pulse. Show me Thunderbolt in my Zapdos. It is just Electro Web. Okay. So now, this next turn we can just... Oh yeah, like Kyruem takes nothing from that. And Dragon Pulse should be a 2-hit KO. Yeah, for sure. Sick. So now we can Thunderous Kick. Because I want to see this animation again, and we'll go for another Dragon Pulse. I do Thunderbolt into my Kyruem. That means we get to see it. Nice crit. Yeah, Zapdos! Got him! We're on the scoreboard! This team is fun. This team is so fun, guys. I think we have time for one more today. Let's get one more in. See if we can go 2-2 today. Oh, this is so fun. We jumped so much there in rank. Holy cow. Man, super quick games today too. Like getting paired up and everything. I'm all for it. So Zacian, they also have Zapdos. Amoonguss, Volcarona, Rillaboom, Incin. I think I like something like Crobat, Zapdos, Kyruem. Do I like Crobat? Crobat lets me get a... I think Crobat Zapdos is pretty good up front. Do I like P2 or do I like Rillaboom more? I don't like Metagross here. It doesn't particularly do anything. I think I like Kyurem. And I think I like P2. P2 doesn't really hit anything on their team, though. I mean, neither does Rillaboom. And P2 can take more hits, I guess. I think this is fine. It's fine. I don't love this on paper. I really wish we had something besides Metagross in that last slot. It just has not lined up at all in these matches today. It's gonna be Zacian Zapdos up front. Okay. So let's see. So my plays, I'm going to click Tailwind, and I'm going to click Detect. And unless they are exactly Scarf Zapdos, we should be able to get Tailwind up. Nope, they also just Detect. This is fine. We get Tailwind up. Oh, we're faster than Zacian, too. They're a slower Zacian. That's good to know. Cool. So now, Haze just gets rid of stat changes. I kind of want to taunt the Zacian so they can't substitute. And just Blaze Kick into it. If they protect this turn, it's pretty bad. Okay, they're going to withdraw Zapdos. They're going to bring out a Mungus, so I can freely taunt that next turn. Okay. Here's a Blaze Kick. Burn? No burn. And a Behemoth Blade. Okay. If this is into Zapdos, it goes down. Yep, this is fine. I can now taunt the Amoonguss and bring out Kyurem here. Kyurem can go for... See, they have to attack this turn with Zacian. So we can... I kind of like hazing this turn. It removes the +1 on Zacian. I don't think that means Kyurem lives a Behemoth Blade, though. I also just taunt the Amoonguss. I think Haze is correct. Going for a Glaciate this turn. Like nothing. The problem is nothing hits Zacian for any kind of damage here. They're just going to withdraw. That's good. They're going to bring out Volcarona. Okay. They're going to protect. That's fine. So now we're going to be faster than Volcarona. Which is like not that big of a crowning achievement. They're lefties. That's good to know. Problem is we don't really have that good of damage into it. Last turn of Tailwind. So we can go for the taunt into the Amoonguss this turn. And we can Dragon Pulse into the Volcarona. I wonder if this is like Quiver Dance. This could be... Since we've shown Haze, I doubt they try to Quiver Dance here. It's probably just like a Pollen Puff or a Sludge Bomb. Some actual damage attack. That's decent damage. It's going to be Struggle Bug. That's really unfortunate, opponent. I don't like that. Please stop. Struggle Bug is actually really good here. And they still go for Spore. So I think targeting down this Volcarona is now priority number 1. I don't even think I want another Tailwind here. I can see them switching out the Amoonguss this turn. So I kind of like going for a Glaciate so we can outspeed whatever comes in. No, they're just going to stay in. Okay. Good damage. Good damage, Crobat. Heck yeah. That's actually really good damage to the Amoonguss, too. Show me not Pollen Puff from the Amoonguss this turn. Why would you Quiver Dance? 1, you've seen Haze. 2, I still outspeed you. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, so now I think I have to Tailwind this turn. I think I need to Tailwind. Because if I don't, Volcarona outspeeds my Kyurem. I'm just going to Freeze Dry into the Amoonguss. So the plan is to set up Tailwind, and then we can haze away their boost next turn. They're going to bring out Zacian. Okay. Yeah, this is actually really good for us. Because now we get rid of the Intrepid Sword, and we get rid of the boost off of Quiver Dance. Crit. Nope, no crit. Never lucky. And like we get rid of these Struggle Bug boosts, or nerfs as well. So yeah, Haze here is just actually insane for us. I really don't know how we're punching through this Volcarona, but I know we'll get there when we get there. I think since we're hazing, I now want to... I can Glaciate to slow them down. I don't think that quite does anything. I guess I just Shadow Ball Zacian. I don't love this play. Yeah, they go for Protect here. That's fine. Okay. You Struggle Bug again? No, they're just gonna Quiver Dance again. Alright, so now they're actually +1 speed. But we should still outspeed them. I know Crobat for sure outspeeds. I'm gonna taunt the Volcarona. And I'm gonna Shadow Ball the Zacian. Man, this game has actually been way longer than I anticipated when I first saw this matchup. I think losing Zapdos really early was really bad. But like, Kyruem lines up well against the Mons in the back for them. The problem is getting to a game where we can actually get to the Mons in the back. Alright, so we get the Shadow Ball off. That's really close. We get the special defense drop, so that's good. Question is, how much does a neutral Behemoth Blade do into my Crobat? Okay. They just go for Fiery Dance. Okay, well, we take that. And they don't get the boost. Okay. The problem is now we're in Behemoth Blade range there. So I think the play now... Special defense? Or special attack? Dang. Dang, never lucky. Last turn of Tailwind. I'm actually fine setting up Trick Room here. No, they have a Amoonguss in the back. I'm an idiot. Let's not do that. Let's Shadow Ball the Volcarona and the Zacian. They should just They should just protect the Zacian here to stall at our last turn of Trick Room. Or last turn of Tailwind. And then they outspeed us from there. Oh, they're just going to withdraw. That's also fine for us. It's going to be a Mungus coming back in. Special defense drop? Nope. It's going to be a struggle block. Okay. Well, I see how this game is going to go. As they crit my Kyurem to put me in red bar. Crit? I really don't know how we're punching through this Volcarona. So I think that being said, I really don't see a way, especially now that Tailwind is over. I'm gonna concede. I don't really find this game entertaining at this point. I think losing Zapdos early actually cost us this game. I think had I gone for, I could have U-turned off of their Amoonguss on turn 2 and gone into my P2 to take the Behemoth Blade. I don't think that's all that good for us. No, they stayed in with Zapdos on turn 2, correct? I think. Let's see, we could have... What else could we have done? We could have hazed to take away the... Could have hazed to take away the... That's a really offensive Rillaboom. Adrenaline Orb. I think they're actually faster than us as well. They have Taunt as well. Really like that. Citrus Ensign, not really surprised. Doggo. Wait, they're max speed Doggo? They're not Jolly. They're Adamant max speed, which allows us to outspeed with Crobat. It has Swords Dance. Swords Dance and Protect. Very interesting. The fact that they don't have Substitute there was whatever. Rocky Helmet on Amoonguss. No Rage Powder is a choice. I don't know if I fully agree with it, but it is a choice. This thing, we just literally could not... Oh, it's like basically max defense, max HP. Like, I know it's not exactly, but it's pretty dang close. Yeah, we just could not punch through this Volcarona at all. Let's throw this rental code up, and we'll get out of here for the day. So, make sure you check this team out. If you are interested in just playing something fun to get you back into Series 10, this is a team that exists. It's great. The games that this team creates are very unique. They're very... I feel like your bad matchups are awful. You know, look at that first game we played today. It was abysmal. But when you actually get to play a game, this team is so cool. Zapdos... I honestly think we should probably have the stash on Zapdos. Just for like consistency's sake. Or at least some amount of bulk, because I feel like we are just like jolly max attack. I could be wrong, but I obviously don't have this Pokepaste in front of me, but I feel like some amount of bulk on Zapdos would be good. I think Metagross could be literally any other steel type in this format, probably Stack Attacka. Crobat's fine. I actually have really enjoyed this Crobat set. Having Haze, having Taunt, having Tailwind. Like, we got to click literally every move on this Crobat, especially in that last game. So, I'm pretty satisfied with it. I wish Kyurem was better. But, you know, I am excited to play this team the rest of the week. So, that is going to be it, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around all day. And we will see you later this week with some more Littleroot Laddering. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.